Welcome to WEBN General News. I'm Emily Mole.
And I'm Anthony Ciano. Let's get right into today's top stories.
Election Day is nearly here. Early voters have headed to the polls. Here in Boston, Mayor Michelle Wu runs unopposed, but there are 4 at-large city council races up for grabs. One of the mostly watched races will be for mayor of New City, New York. Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani unexpectedly won the primary over established politician and former governor Andrew Cuomo. Cuomo is running as an independent. Mamdani currently holds a 14-point lead in the polls.
The MBTA will suspend Green Line services through downtown Boston, Cambridge, and Somerville starting tomorrow. These services will be down for 9 days to install equipment for the new Green Line train protection system. This will directly impact all Green Line stops north of Park Street, including Haymarket, North Station, and Government Center. In the meantime, the T will provide free shuttle bus services to replace the trains. Many riders have been warned to expect up to 45 minutes of delays. It has definitely rained a lot recently. Let's find out more about weather from our weather correspondent, Olivia Quiles. Olivia?
Thank you, Anthony and Emily. Bring out your umbrellas, folks. The rainy season is officially upon us. Heading into this week is expected to hit its high of just 61 degrees on Saturday and a low of 31 degrees on Friday. Make sure to cherish it because Tuesday will be the only day we see the sun uninterrupted with a high of 53 and a low of 42. The only pool days we'll be getting this week is Thursday, bringing us a 65% chance of rain and a high of 50. Wednesday will be just as depressing as Thursday with a low of 40 and a 60% chance of rain. Heading into the weekend, Friday is expected to be clear with a low of 31 and a high of 53. Additionally, Saturday and Sunday are expected with showers with lows in the 30s and highs in the 50s. That's all I have for weather today. Back to you guys at the desk.
2 teens have been killed following an early Sunday morning car crash. Just before 2 a.m. Sunday, officers received a call of a single car crash on Route 140 South in New Bedford. On the scene, responders discovered a gray 2019 Honda Civic with significant damage in the wooded area to the right of the street. A 17-year-old male and a 15-year-old female have been pronounced dead. However, the 18-year-old driver was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
The launch of the new SNAP Resource Hub has been announced by Governor Maura Healey. This will help many Massachusetts residents after federal food assistance ended on November 1st due to the government shutdown. Healey urged President Trump to release USDA funds to support the over 1 million Massachusetts residents and 42 million Americans losing SNAP benefits. The state is also working with the United Way's United Response Fund, which has already distributed $1.3 million to local aid groups. Coming up, we learn about the latest in politics from Addison Brewer-Hay.
And we learn about how the World Series unfolded. Stay with us. Welcome back to General News.
Under the ongoing Israel-Hamas ceasefire, the Red Cross transferred 3 sets of remains from Gaza to Israel, though it's unclear if they're missing hostages. The exchange followed Israel's return of 30 Palestinian bodies, which has seen 17 remains of hostages returned so far. Arab and Muslim nations will meet on Monday to discuss stabilization plans for Gaza.
President Donald Trump has ordered the Defense Department to prepare for a possible military action in Nigeria. This ordering comes as he continues to accuse the nation of not doing enough to stem violence against Christians. In a social media post, President Trump said the United States would, quote, immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and urged the African nation to, quote, move fast.
With more political news, let's hear from our politics correspondent, Addison Brewer-Hay. Addison?
Thank you, Emily and Anthony. Texas has advanced a redistricting plan that could give the Republican Party more influence in the 2026 midterm election. According to CNN, the plan has faced backlash from the Democratic Party. They argue that redistricting could limit the power of minority group votes and is a violation of the Voting Rights Act. If enacted, the plan could give Republicans control of 30 out of the 38 congressional seats. According to CNN, Proposition 50 is expected to pass in California. The measure would redraw the congressional map to secure an additional 5 seats for the Democratic Party. The move was made in an effort to counter Texas's redistricting plan and to protect California's influence in Congress. The election for Proposition 50 will take place November 4th. The United States military killed at least 3 people in a boat strike on Saturday. The boat was hit in the Caribbean Sea after the Trump administration claimed the vessel was being used for drug smuggling. However, the Department of Defense has not yet released the name or the group or provided evidence on the vessel's intentions. According to the New York Times, several lawmakers are requesting full disclosure on the purpose and usage of these attacks. The strike was the 15th announced offensive attack conducted by the military since September. That's all I have for politics. Back to you both.
President Donald Trump urged Republicans to end the government shutdown by using the, quote, nuclear option to eliminate the Senate filibuster, a step GOP leaders firmly oppose. Trump argued it would let Republicans reopen the government immediately, but Senate Majority Leader John Thune and other Republicans rejected the idea, saying the filibuster protects bipartisan compromise. The call comes as the shutdown nears 35 days, halting food aid and straining key sectors.
The Dodgers are officially the first repeat World Series winners in 25 years. The team took home the win in Toronto with a score of 5-4. Some standout moments were Miguel Rojas having a game-tying swat at the top of the 9th, Will Smith having a go-ahead blast in the top of the 11th, and World Series MVP Yoshinobu Yamamoto providing a pitching in the extra work for the team.
When we come back, find out more about Heidi Klum's Halloween party.
And learn more about the iconic Beetlejuice location up in Vermont.
Welcome back.
With more news in sports, we send it over to our sports correspondent, Amaya Briones. Amaya, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Anthony and Emily. The Arizona Cardinals will start Jacoby Brissett as quarterback again on the Monday night game. Head coach Jonathan Ganson says Kyler Murray's foot injury is getting better, but he's not ready to play yet. Brissett has been strong in his last 2 games, throwing for almost 300 yards per game. They are going to face the Dallas Cowboys tonight on Monday Night Football. Clemson's bowl hopes are in trouble after a 46-45 loss to Duke University. Coach Dabo Swinney showed his frustration on the sideline and was fined by the ACC. Duke quarterback Duran Mensah threw for 361 yards and 4 touchdowns. His late 2-point pass sealed Duke's first win at Clemson in 45 years. Now, Clemson must win 3 of its last 4 games to stay bowl eligible. Luka Doncic made a big return for the Lakers on Friday night. He scored 44 points in the 117-112 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. It was his 3rd straight 40-point game to start the season. The only other player to do that was Will Chamberlain. Doncic shot 14 for 27 and hit 6 threes after missing 3 games with injuries. Teammate Austin Reeves said when Lucas scores 40, the Lakers are in a good spot. That's all I have from sports today. Back to you both at the desk.
The Miami Dolphins and general manager Chris Grier have mutually agreed to part ways, ending Grier's 10-year tenure as general manager and his 24 years with the organization. The decision follows Miami's 2-7 start to the season after a 28-6 loss to Baltimore. Under Grier, the Dolphins have had 5 winning seasons and 3 playoff appearances, but no postseason wins. Grier is credited with drafting and acquiring key players, but faced criticism for weary offensive line investments and depth issues at quarterback. The team is looking for a new general manager immediately.
Heidi Klum's 2025 Halloween costume has been revealed. Arriving to her annual October 31st party, Klum displayed a Medusa costume with even fake moving snakes included. The annual party marked her 24th from her very first one in the year of 2000. Other notable costumes were Love Island's Amaya Elizabeth's Avatar costume, Ariana Madix as Lady Gaga, and Olivia Atwood as Toy Story's Jessie.
With more entertainment news, our correspondent Pranithi Kotamarjay has the latest. Pranithi?
Thanks, Emily. Actor Chris Evans and his wife Alba Baptista have reportedly welcomed their first child, a daughter named Alma Grace, born Friday in Massachusetts. The couple, who tied the knot in 2023, have not confirmed the news themselves. Sources say the baby's arrival marks a new chapter for the couple, who've largely kept their relationship private. After 14 years and 46 seasons, Ridiculousness has been canceled, leaving MTV and the hearts of 61,000 viewers. While previous episodes will still be available on MTV and Paramount+, no new episodes will be produced after 2026. An insider source stated that MTV is focusing on a, quote, more curated slate of content, which prompted the cancellation. The termination of Ridiculousness represents the huge cutback for the network after its $8 billion merger with David Ellison's Skydance. After co-hosting the CBS morning show since 2012, Variety announced that Gayle King could be stepping down from her role on Thursday. CBS denied the news and emphasized their excitement to be working with King moving forward. King states she is receiving conflicting messages from her press and the company, but regardless, she is, quote, glad to be here. Her future with the network remains unclear due to her contract expiring next year and the recent Paramount layoffs that have impacted every corner of the news division. That's all I have for entertainment. Back to you guys at the desk.
Sean Diddy Combs was transferred to Fort Dix, a low-security prison in New Jersey, to serve the rest of his 50-month sentence for prostitution-related charges. Fort Dix is known for housing celebrity inmates, and he chose this facility for its drug treatment program and proximity to family. Combs' projected release date is May 8, 2028. His lawyers are appealing his conviction and have requested an expedited review, while President Trump has said Combs requested a pardon.
The Vermont town of East Corinth continues to attract hordes of tourists due to its famous Beetlejuice filming location. While only having a population of about 1,500 people, the town has been put on the map for nearly 40 years following the film's 1988 release. East Corinth resident Sarah Polly recounts meeting people from all over the world, including from Germany, France, Spain, Denmark, Belgium, Canada, and the United States.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
For more news, check out our YouTube and follow us on Instagram at WEBN General News.
We'll see you next time.